stuck here. The cops won't bother me.
And, whoa, wheelie! Huh, look at that, my traction control went on. Sometimes it's kind of nice to go on gravel. Look at that, it doesn't let me slip with the traction control. It's really odd. So I'm trying to figure out a good way to use a phone service or a phone offline map, GPS, and CJIC is still my favorite so far. I do have this one, which is called Rever, but the problem is it actually went offline. But it is nice that it lets you track or record my tracks, which is nice. Distance 10 miles, so that'll be nice. Feed, it's a little bit difficult. It would be nice if they let you use offline maps. The CJIC app is still my favorite. I just switched it tonight. I feel like I take the corners a little bit too wide on this. I think it's my imagination though, because I think the bike is fully capable. It just, yeah, I think it's just me. It's like I look down at the speedometer and I'm actually going faster than what I would be going on a normal bike. I'm going 68 in that corner just from pulling. Idiot. That was stupid of me. When I'm motorcycling, I'm always in the lookout for places like this, because this is where you can do free camping, because it's so hidden. I mean, literally, you could take your bike over here, you know, hide it here, set up your tent right next to your bike, and nobody would actually see you unless it's somebody else. But most people, if they saw somebody camping, they wouldn't come over here. But you know, yesterday Biden announced his VP, and honestly it's not that big of an issue because everybody kind of saw it. I actually assumed it was her, Kamala Harris. It's identity politics at its best, but you know, I think she's a good choice for him because he is kind of like a dead person. I mean, I hope he doesn't die or anything, but I mean, he seems dead. And she's kind of like this vibrant, kind of mean. She's like the bad cop, you know. He's the good cop, she's the bad cop. And I don't know, it just doesn't seem like there's a lot of passion in that ticket. I remember when McCain announced Palin. Actually, I was working for a conservative company, and everybody was kind of excited. But this Kamala Harris, I guess we only have that option. That's the problem. We only have the option of Kamala Harris or Trump, or you know, Biden or Trump. This is what we have. We don't have anything else. We don't have anybody good. So I hate to pick teams, but I guess if I was to pick a team, I guess I would pick Biden. And nothing's going to change. You know, it's not like Trump is as horrible as people make him out to be. I think he's got a terrible personality, but Biden has got a better personality, but doesn't really inspire. I think eventually when Obama starts to endorse him and write speeches, I think it'll be better for him. But I think Kamala Harris is good. You know, the only issue is that all the stuff that I heard about her being the prosecutor in California and locking people up and knowingly having evidence that could free them, and she withheld it. So, I mean, that's kind of... But I guess that's what you'd expect from somebody that all she wants in life is to win. But, yeah, you know, they announced it, and I think I was more paying attention to the numbers of hits the videos would get, and not a lot of people were interested. I think it's kind of, people have checked out of the election. I don't think people are as interested as people think. Going right, buddy? There you go. I certainly am not interested anymore. Like, I didn't even click on any of the Kamala Harris news videos coming out. We get it. Alright, she's a black female. And she's actually really attractive. Like, she's a little older, but man, when she was younger, and even now, I mean, she is quite a beautiful woman. I still think Tulsi really gave it to her, and I think now that she's the VP pick, Tulsi is going to be in it. I mean, Tulsi's definitely going to be in for a horrible time if she gets nominated, because I think those biatches, they hold grudges. And Tulsi, she brought up that whole thing about her withholding evidence, and that's going to be a big part of the election. So, and I think Kamala seems to be a lot like Trump, you know. People come at her, and I think she comes at them harder. I think that's the type of person that she seems to be. I don't know, I get that feeling that she's not a very kind person. But I think you kind of have to be a cutthroat person to get to where she is. And, whoa, wheelie! Huh, look at that, my traction control went on. Biden didn't really surprise anybody by picking Kamala Harris. So I think maybe that's why nobody's really talking too much about this VP pick. It's a safe pick. And I just hate that these politicians, they divide everybody, you know, like this whole Black Lives Matter thing, and telling others that they're racist, and picking sides. Really, it just kind of takes away from the message of that we all need to do something for everybody, not just one side. I don't like the idea that conservatives are racist or liberals are crazy. Even though I'm starting to think that both of the extremes are insane. It just doesn't seem like they're the best breed of people for each of their team. And I've always kind of been very liberal. I mean, at least I do consider myself liberal. But no matter who I talk to, I can't ever be too liberal. It's as if it's either I go completely woke liberal, or I am a conservative. And after dating a liberal woman for several years, I have realized that I do not want to be a liberal. And that's the thing. I've always thought that liberals were the smart ones. They were the ones that were in colleges and universities, and now I realize that it's a whole different breed of liberal these days. And it just doesn't seem like there's much room for me. But I don't know, man. I hope they pick somebody that's good for the country. But I haven't seen anybody good for the country. I mean, was Obama great for the country? He was extremely articulate, and I did like him as a person from what I saw, and I like that he was a man that did it all by himself. You know, Trump didn't, but that's beside the point. You know, Trump is very successful, and a lot of people would say, no, he's not. He stole whatever he got. You know, he got it from his daddy. But a lot of rich people, like Bloomberg and everything, they can't be president. They don't have that ability. And Trump is president. So in itself, that act alone is probably one of the most successful things a person can do in the United States. You've got to give them credit, at least in that. I just don't see the point of pretending to close our eyes and... Oh, I'm gonna go this way. I don't think I've ever gone this way. Interesting. I'm gonna go slow through here.
I never have, and I never will.